appreciate that greatly. Today we're going to be doing the big van tour. Obviously, this is an ever-changing thing, but I'm an HVAC technician, a business owner, and I run a lot of service. Sometimes install, sometimes maintenance, but a lot of service calls, and you'll see stuff like that in the van. I did come from an express to a transit, and I had to kind of just change everything around as far as like placement, stuff like that. I just feel like an organized van helps you drastically be more efficient and do things quicker, and you just know what you got, right? So before we go any further, it is getting a little cool out. Make sure to go check out all the new merch, hoodies. We got some long sleeves coming in, and it's going to be the HVAC for life, the T-Suite, the HVAC night, all of that stuff. Go check it out, reliablehvacr.net. I'll leave it down in the description, and we'll get into the van now. Alright, so we can just start with the doors and work our way back. I always have these cages on the windows, and I find a way to hang things. You can use the carabiners. You can also use these cable cuff pro little hangers. So I got this is a different version from Lowe's, I believe, and that just holds belts and things. So I always have some belts here and a quick check tip. This is it's an adjustable link belt, so you guys can make any size belt that you want. And this is really good for emergencies. You technically can leave them on, but I've had this one for a couple of years, and you can just, like I said, make any belt size you want and let it run over the weekend while you go get the actual belt, you know, when they're open. Instead of having to pay the fee to get the supply house open, or you're way too far out. Sometimes I'm an hour or two away from the supply house, so having these here has been help. So I got a few different common sizes, and then that adjustable one there. I have some extension cords here, and this is that Cable Cuff Pro. You'll see more of these in my van, as you'll see on this side. So I have 50 and 100-foot hose that are on those little Cable Cuff Pros. You just hang them. You can't hang them anywhere. So I put them on the cage here. I've never had an issue with them rattling around or moving around. So we got, like I said, 50, 100, and 100 flat hose. This one's a little heavy, so I got to keep it on one of these little Velcro straps. And this is just in case I have low water pressure. So if you guys have bad water pressure at a location, these expandable hoses are useless. So those are for convenience. In most places I can use them, but if I need to run or go far and the pressure's stuck, a flat hose works way better to get the full pressure, as bad as it is, where this one won't even expand. And then we got our rope here. I do have a video on this rope if you guys are interested. It's technically a braided rope that I braided to make it a little stronger. I've been able to hoist up with the hook, and I got a huge carabiner on the other side. Hoist up compressors on my own, but I know I shouldn't. And this is one of the weird sections that I had in this transit. This is the way I got it. There is a raised floor, so I was trying to figure out what to put underneath. And so far this has worked fine. It doesn't move around too much. I got rolls of copper up here. They're kind of tied up together just so they stay put on top of a rolling cart, a folding rolling cart. Kind of bungee that there. Doesn't go too far in. It doesn't move anywhere. It stays put. And then there's more stuff behind it, but we'll get to that on the other side. And then if we move over this way, I got a 4-foot ladder. I got a 2.5-ton hydraulic jack for the van, and I do have a subcoat umbrella here that magnetizes to the bottom. There's some other stuff there, but yeah, the ladder and the jack stay put. Umbrella, just kind of tuck it away. These little things, I was trying to figure out what to use it for before I took them out. But we've been able to put PVC, so I can lay out the PVC pipes here, and insulation, which I'm already running out of. So yeah, I can put in a bunch of insulation here and not have it rolled up, messed up, anything like that. It stays straight. Also have a little level hidden away here from Costco. Alright, as we start our way in, I really love the tough built crates. They are way bigger than the Milwaukee ones. The only thing is I don't have any floor mounts yet. Once I get those, or once I make those, I'll get those and kind of secure them. Right now, everything in the back here is just held with bungees mostly. So this one holds way more. I can have all my nitrogen, spare oxy, acetylene, also my spare ambo controls, which I'm using more now, where I might actually take these other ones out, and then maybe I'll have more space. So we have that. They have this little modular system here, and one of them is this for wire spools and stuff like that. But for what I do, I need it more for like all my different kinds of tapes. So we have our silver tape, some sandpaper, and a lot of foam tape. That's what I use. So I'll fill this out as needed, and it's right there. I can get it really easy, and it's not that hard to take out and put back. The only other thing, I have a lot of that. I have spare mass gas and amber for that torch set. I got extra big blue solution in here. This is another amber control setup. That is a nitrogen kit, which is very little, so very little gas goes in there, but you can take that with you. You just need a quick, purging out your drain, maybe purging out for a small refrigeration system with brazing. That works better than carrying the big one. And I have the smaller tank. Some of you guys have that huge one, so this is a good option to have two. And I got my vacuum pump oil, and this crate can hold quite a bit. That's why I like it over the Milwaukee one, because I had the Milwaukee one before, and it only held like these 3 tanks and maybe 1 or 2 more things. This one I can actually kind of expand that. So like I said, I've been really liking this tough built system. They have some options that Milwaukee doesn't, like this single drawer, where I can elevate whatever's on top without hitting the seam of the van, since I'm on a raised floor. And in here, this little single drawer has a thermal imager, which I do highly recommend. This one is specifically a Hvac Micro. This is the one that kind of looks like a phone, so there's not much, doesn't take up much space. Super slim, easy to carry. Extra bungee. I got my little straightener tool there for the coils. Milwaukee titanium set here. That's still kind of new. We got our extra bits on these Klein Connect sets that I've been buying. Really love that they work with the screwdrivers and impacts. This is my Vito bag that I carry, like the extra connections and stuff for the foam cannon, so I'll grab this. When I'm going to do a maintenance, I can just take this with me and use it for the coil cleaner. So in this, I have another crate here with a drawer on the bottom. And then I put this in here. I bought this initially just to carry ice, but also for when I do ice machine maintenance. And they specifically asked in the agreement to save the ice when we can. So if they want us to save the ice, I usually take this. This one's clean. I don't really use this one for work, but if they want ice or something stored while we're doing that, they can put it in there. This is just a catch-all on the crate, so foam cannon. I broke like a couple of these already, so that's a new one. This is a collapsible spool. So I tried this one out. My dad liked it a lot. So this one, I've done a video on it. It just expands into something you can sit on, and some brackets, some extra things. It's like a catch-all type of crate, and kind of throw things in there. Still trying to figure out this little foam sprayer. I have issues with that. And aerosol here in the cup holder. I have a lot of these around in the van.